The Mastertemp was developed to monitor power transformers with insulating oil-immersed coils. It also manages some important maintenances that should be done in the transformer throughout its life, such as the working time of the group's events, and accompanies and indicates the transformer's loss of life. The oil temperature monitoring is done through up to 2 PT100 sensor type, with measuring range between -50 degrees Celsius up to 250 degrees Celsius with 0.25% precision. The indication is done with a decimal place resolution. One of the sensors can also be used for environment temperature acquisition, for use in calculating permissible loading of the transformer. Or temperature of the top of the oil, to indicate the average between the two sensors, to have one of the sensors as backup of the system, if there is failure on any sensor. We can also use one of the sensors to monitor tap changer oil. In this configuration it is possible to monitor the differential temperature between transformer oil and tap changer oil, and to set off an alarm if any malfunction occurs during the tap changer operation that causes such differential. It is quite simple to apply. Just use a PT100 in the transformer oil tank and the second type PT100 sensor in the tap changer oil tank. Therefore, the temperature differential between transformer oil and the tap changer oil will be monitored continuously. And if there is a significant temperature difference, the indication of a failure or defect that, if is corrected at its beginning, may prevent an interruption or a shutdown transformer, increasing the transformer availability. Another interesting application is the calculation of refrigeration efficiency. Using two sensors type PT100 installed at the top of the oil and the other at the bottom of the radiator, data can be monitored that demonstrates the degree of efficiency of the transformer cooling system. The two PT100 without Mastertemp sensors can also be configured to work in backup mode. That is, the two sensors at the top of the transformer, if any of them fail or present any defect, the other sensor assumes monitoring while maintaining the integrity of the thermal image calculation and monitoring the temperature of the oil top. In addition to the two inputs of type PT100, Mastertemp also has input for up to 3 split-core type current transducers, which are used to monitor the circulation current in each winding. To provide this information for the Mastertemp to calculate the temperature of winding, using the method based on IEC 60076-7 standard, IEEE 57.94 standard, and NBR 5356-7 2017 standard. Basically, this calculation takes into consideration the ratios between the oil top temperature, the electric flow in winding and thermal transformer characteristics that are easily parametrized in the Mastertemp menu, or through the UCZ software. It is worth noting that current transducers are sectional core type, and the advantage is that it allows any kind of maintenance, or intervention even with energized transformer. That is, thermal image of the transformer continues, without the need for opening the TC secondary contacts, and thus, avoiding any kind of burning and contamination of oil. Unavailability and high-risk accident for maintenance operator. The split-core type current transducers have a range of 0 to 10 amperes, alternating current, and converts this analog signal to a standard sine of 4 to 20 milliamps and guarantees quality, precision, and safety signal for great distances. It have been implemented in Mastertemp engineering algorithms that calculate the aging of the transformer, that is, the loss of life, and the remaining life of each winding, based on the equation of the Arrhenius reaction, which is the basic principle for thermal aging calculations. The result of the calculation is processed minute by minute, presenting the transformer's loss of life, and the transformer's remaining life. To achieve a precise result, choose the correct type of insulation. That is, craft, for transformers with a temperature elevation factor of 55 degrees Celsius. Thermostable term, for transformers with a temperature elevation factor of 65 degrees Celsius. Or NOMEX for transformers with temperature elevation factor of 95 degrees Celsius. Mastertemp also monitors the operating time of programmable alarm fan groups, which alerts the need for maintenance, when reaching the value of hours recommended by the manufacturer of ventilators. When we talk about the Mastertemp hardware, it was carefully designed to withstand severe installation conditions, in high-level electrical noise environments, ambient temperatures up to 85 degrees Celsius, mechanical vibrations, earthquakes, and chemical contaminated areas. The Mastertemp circuit boards are protected by high-resistance chemical and thermal resistance resin, protected by an aluminum cabinet that forms a Faraday cage that protects circuit against outdoor noise and electrical disturbances, as well as dissipates the heat generated by the components of the internal electronic circuit, thus extending the Mastertemp's lifespan and maintaining a measurement and monitoring with more accuracy and safety. Mastertemp configuration parameters can be performed through the frontal of your own equipment, or through the UCZ software, which is distributed freely and available for download at Electron website www.electron.com.br. Through UCZ software, the user can generate a parameters file that allows sharing via email, WhatsApp, Skype, and more platforms. As well as easily extract a parameter report, sparing the use of paper. We can also export to Excel, Word or PDF models. Two communication protocols are implemented in the Mastertemp that are the standards used in every part of the world. The protocols are Modbus RTU and DNP3 Level 2, which can be easily chosen and selected by the user himself. We provide two technical introductory articles about these communication protocols, available for consultation and download on Electron website page. Mastertemp also has 5 analog outputs that allows you to mirror any of the magnitude monitored by Mastertemp. As for example, analog output 1, an equal temperature of the top of the oil. Analog output 2, equal elevation of temperature gradient 1. Analog output 3, equal to the temperature of the winding 1. Analog output 4, equal to the temperature of the winding 2. Analog output 5, equal to the temperature of the winding 3. The Mastertemp also has 13 relays, used to add high temperature alarms of oil, high temperature of windings, ventilation groups command with programmable hysteresis, shutdowns with schedule, OLTC differential temperature alarm, monitor failure signaling, and auxiliary relay that can also be used to indicate maintenance. For the next videos of this tutorial series, we will share the videos between the full parameterization of the Mastertemp via the front of equipment, and parameters through UCZ software. Both simple, intuitive, easy to understand and configure.